Well, I have a little bit of free time this lunch time, so I thought I'd go for a ride and see what's going on. Okay, this is the road in front of my office. Going around the corner. Ladies wearing scarves over their head, holding duct tape in their hands. That's not something you see every day. Well, unless you're in Korea. Then it is something you see every day. But you know, I was thinking the other day, do you ever have those times when you're just sitting there and suddenly you realize that you hate yourself? That you've suddenly become a caricature? You suddenly become something that you've made fun of for most of your life? Well, that happened to me a little over a week ago. I was just sitting there one day getting ready to go out for a night ride, and I looked in the mirror and I was stunned. I'd become exactly the sort of thing that I hated, that I'd been making fun of. I'd become a caricature of the Harley rider. I was standing in my doorway with my Harley Davidson helmet in my hand, wearing my Harley Davidson jacket, my Harley Davidson boots, my Harley Davidson t-shirt. I had my Harley Davidson wallet in my back pocket. I had my Harley Davidson handkerchief inside my Harley Davidson fanny pack strapped around me. Picked up my Harley Davidson key ring and began to make my way outside the apartment. And it hit me. Holy crap! All the times that I've made fun of Harley uniform guy, that every piece of clothing he owns and everything he does has the name Harley attached to it, I've become that guy. I thought back, well, I got my other Harley Davidson leather shirt in my closet. I've got my Harley Davidson vest in my closet. I've got my spare Harley Davidson vest at the office. And I had a Harley Davidson piece of luggage on order to go with my Harley Davidson gauntlets that I was buying for the cold, cooler weather. And I was horrified. I was utterly horrified at what I'd become. So I sort of had a crisis point in my life. What I did was I immediately went back in the house. I took off my Harley Davidson big leather jacket and I threw it in the garbage. I just threw it away. I never want to see it again. I took it off and deep sixed it right then. I went back, fired up the computer, immediately canceled my Harley Davidson luggage order for the luggage rack for the back of my bike. I had a saddlebag sort of thing that I was going to put on my passenger sissy bar. I immediately canceled that order. I canceled my gauntlet order. I had a moment where I never wanted to see another Harley Davidson thing ever again as long as I lived. And then I started searching. I searched the internet for some good leather, and I immediately ordered some new leather, all black leather, incredible looking jacket, chaps. I'd never owned chaps before in my life. So I ordered up a good thick pair of chaps to do some cross-country touring later. I ordered another set of luggage, a sissy bar luggage piece from the same leather company. And I ordered some gauntlets to replace the Harley Davidson gauntlets that I canceled. And I was quite happy. I sort of seemed to overcome my need to have things identifying me as a Harley Davidson rider. Which was odd that I had them in the first place, considering that it's obvious from this sort of noise that I'm riding a Harley Davidson. What other additional advertising beyond that I need, I don't know. But anyhow, I ordered all this leather gear on the 12th. and it got to Korea on the 15th. It got cleared customs yesterday afternoon, and I strapped it on and went for a ride yesterday night. This is kind of the arm. I forgot to mention I wasn't wearing a Harley Davidson Logo. Anyway, I got this leather, and this jacket is incredibly heavy. It's thick, but it's also got a really good venting system set up. So I was quite happy. I've never owned a jacket that felt this good. Now, if it's hard to hear, I'm going into a headwind, so it's probably pretty loud and hard to hear. Anyway, the chaps, I'd always worried about chaps. The main reason I was worried about chaps was for the whole, YMCA, leather, biker, sort of homoerotic thing going on. Not that there's a problem with that, mind you, because even though I'm a horribly straight male, a lot of my gay friends have nicknamed me, Papa Bear. So, anywho, I was kind of worried about the Papa Bear look. But, oh my gosh, and I was also worried about the fit and how they'd fit, because I've got a long body and short legs. I've got a 30-inch inseam, and I'm fat. But I got this gear, and it was fantastic. The chaps fit perfectly. It took a few minutes to figure out a convenient and quick way of tying them on, but it worked out. This leather is fantastic. As I said, I've never had leather like this before. It's incredible. And if anybody is ever looking for any sort of biker leather, unless you're looking for like the full-on racing gear, I would strongly urge you to go to www.foxcreekleather.com. Foxcreekleather.com is a fantastic place. Although they don't have the racing body armor that the street bike racers wear. The leather jackets they have a lot of sporty European-looking touring vests. They've got classic biker jackets. All of their biker jackets are made out of the same thickness, heavy-duty leather that the racing leathers are made out of. You can't go wrong with this. They confirmed my measurements. They took extra care to make sure that things would fit, and I'm in love with this. Well, I think now it's time just to shut up for a little bit and turn around and go back for a ride through the other part of town.